Have you been dealing with joint pain for so long that it's just become part of your everyday life? That familiar stiffness in your knees or hands first thing in the morning? The kind that makes simple movements feel like a chore? If over-the-counter pills and topical creams have become a daily habit, you're definitely not alone. Millions of people wake up each day with the weight of arthritis, coping not just with discomfort, but with a sense of helplessness. Relief often seems out of reach, or comes at the cost of unpleasant side effects. But here's something few people realize. The real key to managing arthritis might not be a prescription, it might be your plate. That's right. Some of the most effective ways to fight joint pain could already be sitting in your pantry. In this guide, we'll uncover 3 plant-powered protein sources that researchers have identified as highly effective in soothing inflammation, easing joint discomfort, and supporting healing, naturally. They're not exotic ingredients or pricey supplements. These are everyday, budget-friendly foods you've likely seen many times, but maybe overlooked. Why is this so important? Because arthritis doesn't just limit your body, it affects your spirit. It takes away the freedom to move comfortably, the ability to enjoy hobbies, the spontaneity of chasing after your grandkids or gardening on a sunny afternoon. And over time, it can start to feel like a slow erosion of the life you once loved. But here's a truth that deserves more attention. What you eat influences how much pain you feel. Some foods quietly fuel inflammation, making your joints feel swollen and sore. Others offer natural compounds that calm your body's inflammatory response, helping you feel more mobile and less dependent on painkillers. This isn't a fad. Ancient cultures have long understood that food can have healing effects. And today's scientific research is confirming it. Food doesn't just nourish your body, it can help it repair. Still, the focus of modern medicine often leans heavily on symptom control. Most treatments offer temporary comfort, but rarely get to the root cause: chronic, low-grade inflammation that quietly damages your joints over time. Even common medications, while helpful in the short term, can take a toll, raising your risk for stomach issues, heart problems, and kidney stress, especially with long-term use. That's where this new approach comes in. We're going to look at foods that help your body heal from the inside out. Foods that work with your system to calm inflammation, reduce stiffness, and give your joints the support they need. You've probably walked past lentils in the grocery store countless times. They're not flashy, they're not trendy, and they rarely make headlines. But don't let their humble appearance fool you. Lentils are one of the most powerful, affordable, and accessible foods for people battling arthritis. Let's start with why they matter so much. Lentils deliver clean, plant-based protein, exactly what your body needs to repair tissue and maintain strength, without triggering the inflammation often caused by red meat or processed animal products. When you're living with joint pain, building and preserving muscle is crucial. Strong muscles help relieve pressure on the joints, improving mobility and reducing discomfort. Lentils help meet your protein needs. A single cup offers nearly 18 grams, but they also go far beyond that. One of their superpowers lies in their high magnesium content. If you struggle with stiff joints or tight muscles, magnesium could be your missing link. It naturally calms the nervous system, helps relax muscle tension, and plays a key role in reducing pain perception. And if your mornings are especially tough, that stiff, slow start that makes getting out of bed feel like a workout, magnesium may help smooth out your mornings. Lentils are also packed with potassium, a mineral that helps your body flush out excess sodium and reduce fluid retention. This is a big deal for joint health because sodium contributes to swelling, and swelling increases pressure and pain. By restoring fluid balance, potassium eases that pressure so you can move with less discomfort. Now let's talk about fiber, a hidden hero in the fight against inflammation. Lentils provide both soluble and insoluble fiber, which not only support digestion and gut health, but also help reduce systemic inflammation. That's right. Your gut bacteria are deeply involved in how your immune system responds to pain and inflammation. A healthy gut can help dial down the immune overreactions that fuel arthritis flares. Lentils also bring folate into the picture, a B vitamin that helps regulate homocysteine, a compound linked to increased inflammation in people with joint diseases. High levels of homocysteine have been associated with more severe arthritis symptoms. Lentils help keep those levels in check. And let's not forget iron. Many people with arthritis experience fatigue that goes beyond pain. It's exhaustion that affects every part of life. Lentils provide a steady plant-based source of iron, which is essential for energy, oxygen transport, and recovery. So how do you use them? Easy. Lentils cook quickly, no soaking required. Add them to soups, simmer them with spices, toss them into salads, or mash them into spreads. Combine with olive oil, turmeric, garlic, or greens for even more anti-inflammatory power. You might know them as the base of hummus or that crunchy addition in salads, but chickpeas, also called garbanzo beans, are so much more than a tasty add-on. These unassuming round legumes hold exceptional benefits for arthritis sufferers, with roots in ancient healing practices and validation from modern science. For starters, chickpeas are loaded with clean, anti-inflammatory protein. One cooked cup provides around 15 grams, plenty to help support the muscle strength your joints depend on. But unlike animal-based proteins, chickpeas don't come with the side effect of triggering inflammation. Instead, they offer healing nutrients that actually calm it down. What makes chickpeas uniquely powerful is their rich supply of polyphenols, plant compounds with strong antioxidant properties. These act like internal defense agents, helping to neutralize free radicals that damage joint tissue and intensify inflammation. If arthritis feels like a fire in your joints, polyphenols are the internal fire brigade keeping things under control. Chickpeas also pack a surprising amount of vitamin C, which is crucial for collagen production, the protein that cushions your joints and keeps them moving smoothly. As we age, collagen production naturally declines, leading to more wear and tear on joints. Chickpeas help replenish what your body needs to maintain joint padding and prevent painful friction. And if you've ever experienced stiff, tight joints first thing in the morning, magnesium may be part of the solution. Chickpeas are a great source of this vital mineral. Magnesium helps relax tight muscles around aching joints, soothes nerves, and supports deeper, more restorative sleep. Better sleep means better recovery, and that's something anyone with chronic pain knows is priceless. Another underrated benefit? Stable blood sugar. Spikes and crashes in glucose throughout the day can increase inflammation and fatigue. The high fiber content in chickpeas helps slow sugar absorption, preventing inflammatory surges and keeping your energy steady. This is especially important if you're managing weight, as excess body fat worsens arthritis pain by producing inflammatory chemicals. But it doesn't stop there. Chickpeas help balance the body's pH levels, counteracting the acidity that builds up from processed foods and excess meat. A more alkaline environment means less inflammation and better mineral retention, which supports stronger bones and cartilage. So how do you work chickpeas into your routine? The options are endless. Blend into hummus with lemon, garlic, and turmeric for an anti-inflammatory spread. Roast with olive oil and herbs for a crunchy snack that beats chips any day. Add to soups, stews, or grain bowls to boost nutrition and texture. Or use chickpea flour to make protein-rich pancakes or flatbreads, ideal for breakfast or quick dinners. And remember, the real power of chickpeas comes with consistency. Even eating them a few times a week can start to turn the tide against joint pain. When most people think of tofu, they imagine a bland, blocky food with little flavor or appeal. But if you're living with arthritis pain, this plant-based protein might just be your secret weapon. Often misunderstood, tofu is packed with compounds that directly benefit joint health and ease inflammation from the inside out. Let's start with what sets tofu apart. It's a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. This makes tofu an exceptional tool for rebuilding muscle mass, which is crucial if you've lost strength due to inactivity from joint pain. When the muscles surrounding your joints are strong, they act as a supportive cushion, relieving pressure and minimizing pain. But tofu isn't just about protein. It also contains plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, the same kind of healthy fats found in fish oil. These fats help suppress inflammatory signals in the body, specifically cytokines and leukotrienes, which are the chemical messengers that tell your joints to swell and ache. By calming these signals, Tofu helps break the cycle of chronic inflammation that underlies most types of arthritis. Tofu also stands out thanks to its rich content of isoflavones, natural compounds in soy that mimic the beneficial effects of estrogen in the body. These isoflavones have been shown in studies to slow the breakdown of cartilage, reduce bone loss, and even preserve the structural integrity of your joints. That means less friction, less pain, and more freedom of movement. Another major benefit? Tofu is often set with calcium, making it an excellent dairy-free source of this crucial mineral. Many arthritis sufferers find that dairy products increase their inflammation. Tofu gives you a safer, gentler way to support bone density, especially important if you're taking medications that weaken bones over time. And that's not all. Many brands of tofu are also fortified with vitamin D, a nutrient that plays a key role in immune regulation and bone health. Low vitamin D levels have been linked to more severe arthritis symptoms and increased joint degeneration. By choosing tofu with added vitamin D, you're supporting both joint structure and your body's ability to repair itself naturally. You might be wondering, but how do I cook tofu? The good news is, tofu is a blank canvas. It absorbs whatever flavors you pair it with, from savory soy sauce and garlic to spicy turmeric and ginger. Cube and sauté it with veggies for a quick stir-fry, or marinate and bake it for a protein-rich main course. Silken tofu even blends into smoothies or creamy sauces. No cooking required. Tofu may not look exciting on the outside, but on the inside, it's loaded with joint healing potential. As you make it part of your weekly meals, you may notice less stiffness, better flexibility, and even improved energy levels. Now that you've been introduced to the powerful trio of lentils, chickpeas, and tofu, you might be wondering, how do I make these part of my life without overhauling everything I eat? The answer lies in simple, steady integration. You don't need to go fully plant-based or change every meal. Instead, start where it's easy and build from there. Begin by choosing just one of these protein sources, whichever feels most approachable, and add it to your meals twice a week. That could be a warm lentil soup for lunch, roasted chickpeas for a crunchy snack, or tofu stir-fry for dinner. Once you've gotten comfortable with that, add in a second one. Within a few weeks, your routine can naturally expand to include all three. Why is this so effective? Because the anti-inflammatory benefits of these foods don't just stack, they amplify each other. Lentils provide muscle-repairing protein and magnesium. Chickpeas add antioxidants and fiber. Tofu supplies joint-protecting calcium and omega-3s. When you combine them throughout the week, you're hitting arthritis pain from every angle, reducing swelling, improving strength, and fueling your body's natural healing systems. You can also combine them in a single meal. Picture this: a bowl of warm lentils with crispy tofu cubes and a sprinkle of roasted chickpeas on top, all drizzled with olive oil and dusted with turmeric. That's more than dinner. That's your body's medicine, delivered in the most delicious way possible. Timing matters too. Many people with arthritis report the worst stiffness and discomfort in the morning. That's why breakfast is a perfect opportunity to start fighting inflammation early in the day. Try a silken tofu smoothie with berries and flaxseed, or make chickpea pancakes using chickpea flour, topped with sautéed spinach and avocado. You can even try a lentil-based savory oatmeal with herbs and a drizzle of olive oil. But don't worry about being perfect. Consistency beats perfection every time. Adding these foods 2 to 3 times a week is a great start. As you build that habit, you'll likely feel motivated to eat them more often, not because you should, but because you feel the difference. To help track your progress, consider keeping a simple food and symptom journal. Write down what you ate and how your joints felt that day. Many people start noticing improvements like reduced morning stiffness, fewer flare-ups, or even just more energy and less fatigue within 2 to 3 weeks. It's not just about food, it's about taking back control. These proteins offer you a path forward, without side effects, without pills, and without waiting months for results. You just have to stay consistent, be patient, and let your body do what it's designed to do: heal. Let's take a moment to get real about expectations. If you've been living with arthritis pain for years, it's only natural to hope for fast relief. But here's the truth. Real healing isn't instant. It's gradual, steady, and built on the foundation of daily choices that support your body, not fight it. It's easy to feel discouraged if you don't notice dramatic changes right away. But just as arthritis doesn't develop overnight, reversing the damage takes time too. The inflammation in your joints has been building quietly, often for years. Reclaiming your comfort, strength, and freedom will happen the same way. One bite, one step, 1 week at a time. That's why consistency is more important than intensity. You don't need to eat perfectly or make massive changes all at once. What matters most is showing up for your body again and again, especially on the days you don't feel like it. Each anti-inflammatory meal you eat, each time you choose lentils instead of red meat or tofu instead of processed snacks, you're giving your body the support it desperately needs. It's also helpful to track your progress, even if the changes feel small. Keep a notebook or use a simple app to jot down how your joints feel each morning, what you ate, and what activities you were able to do that day. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. Maybe your hands don't ache as much when you type, or you get out of bed with less stiffness, or you can enjoy a walk without needing as much rest. These aren't small victories. They're signs that your body is beginning to respond, that inflammation is easing, and that your health is slowly being reclaimed from the inside out. And let's not forget your emotional well-being. Chronic pain isn't just physical. It affects your mood, your energy, and your outlook on life. Many people report that once the inflammation in their body begins to drop, their mood lifts, their sleep improves, and their resilience grows. That's no coincidence. The same foods that heal your joints also support your brain, your heart, and your hormones. So if you ever feel like giving up, remind yourself of this. Your body wants to heal. It was built to heal. All it needs is the right support, the right fuel, and a little bit of patience. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Now that you've learned how powerful simple foods like lentils, chickpeas, and tofu can be in managing arthritis pain, the question becomes, how do you make this stick? How do you turn this knowledge into a sustainable lifestyle that supports your joints, reduces inflammation, and helps you feel like yourself again? The good news is, you don't have to do it all at once. Start small. Stay steady. Begin by swapping just 1 or 2 meals a week with plant-based, anti-inflammatory options. Try lentil soup instead of a meat-heavy stew. Choose hummus and veggies over processed snacks. Add tofu to a stir-fry in place of red meat. These changes are easy to make, but over time, they can shift your entire health trajectory. The secret is in the synergy, not just what these foods do alone, but how they work together. Lentils give your muscles the strength to support weak joints. Chickpeas calm inflammation while keeping blood sugar balanced. Tofu strengthens bones and protects cartilage. Together, they form a powerful foundation for your body to rebuild itself from the inside out. And don't forget the small details that make a big difference. Use herbs like turmeric, ginger, or rosemary in your cooking. Swap inflammatory oils with extra virgin olive oil. Stay hydrated, keep moving gently, and get good sleep. Once you begin experiencing the benefits, less morning stiffness, fewer flare-ups, greater ease in movement, it becomes easier to keep going. You start looking forward to meals because they don't just fill you up, they help you heal. Remember, this isn't a fad diet or a quick fix. It's a return to balance, a way of eating that works with your body, not against it. You're not just easing symptoms, you're addressing the root cause of your pain. And that's how real healing begins. If there's one message to take from this, it's this. You are not powerless against arthritis. You can feel better. You can move better. You can live better. And it all starts with what you put on your plate. So open up your pantry, reorganize your grocery list, try one new recipe this week. Invite your body back into a state of healing and strength, one meal, one moment at a time. Thank you for watching. If this video gave you hope, insight, or inspiration, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little relief too. Let's keep spreading this message of natural healing, one person, and one pain-free step at a time. Your journey isn't over. It's just beginning. And your next chapter? It's filled with strength, freedom, and the joy of movement once again.